April 1986. Chernobyl explodes. Radiation fills the air. And deep beneath the ruined reactor, a second, even deadlier explosion looms. Three men are sent into the darkness, armed with nothing but flashlights and courage. This is the story of Alexei Ananenko, Valeri Bezpalov, and Boris Baranov. Welcome to my channel. Today we uncover the chilling true story of the Chernobyl Suicide Divers. April 26, 1986. The name Chernobyl echoes with disaster. A nuclear explosion ripped through reactor 4, unleashing an invisible enemy, radiation. But amidst the chaos, a silent threat at the shattered plant was ticking like a time bomb, capable of causing an unimaginable catastrophe across half a continent. Under the shattered plant, directly beneath the molten remains of the reactor, lay a basement filled with highly radioactive water. Imagine this: the superheated core, melting through concrete and steel, was on a collision course with that water. If they met, the results would have been catastrophic. Experts predicted a second, far more powerful steam explosion. This wasn't simply a larger explosion, it was an event that could have covered whole countries with radioactive contamination, making vast regions of Europe impossible to live in for hundreds of years. Millions of lives were at stake. The only way to prevent it? Drain that water. Manually. But this wasn't a job for hazmat suits and remote controls. The basement was a deadly, pitch black maze choked with radiation so intense it was considered a death sentence to enter. This wasn't just risky, it was an act of deliberate self sacrifice. With time running out, three men stepped forward. Not soldiers, not special forces, just engineers and a shift supervisor. Alexei Ananenko, Valeri Bezpalov, and Boris Baranov. They volunteered to face the invisible horror, knowing full well the cost. No elaborate gear, no backup team standing by, just a few flashlights and an extraordinary amount of courage. They entered the radioactive water waist deep, the air thick with the smell of ozone and the invisible threat of radiation. Guided only by fragmented blueprints, muffled instructions from above, and their own intimate knowledge of the plant, they searched. In that absolute darkness, with every passing minute, their bodies absorbed lethal doses of radiation. But they pressed on. And finally, through the murk, their hands found them, the valves. They opened the valves. Slowly and with great effort, the water started to flow out. This stopped the immediate danger. Without realizing it, Europe had just been saved from an even bigger disaster. Despite the radiation exposure, they survived. Boris Baranov passed away in 2005 from heart failure. Alexei Ananenko and Valeri Bezpalov are believed to be both still alive. Yet, they weren't immediately hailed as heroes. The Soviet Union, in its characteristic secrecy, kept their story quiet. Their incredible bravery, their selfless act that saved millions, was buried for years, a footnote in the official narrative of the disaster. In 2019, they were awarded the title Hero of Ukraine, but for years their names were nearly forgotten. Today, the truth has emerged. The world now knows the names of the Chernobyl divers: Alexei Ananenko, Valeri Bezpalov, Boris Baranov, three ordinary men who, when faced with an unthinkable choice, chose to risk everything. Their act wasn't just about saving a power plant, it was about saving millions of lives, protecting countless future generations from an unimaginable fate. This wasn't a blockbuster movie script. This was real life. Pure, unadulterated bravery. When the world needed heroes, when darkness threatened to consume everything, they didn't hesitate. They dove into the dark. Their legacy reminds us that even in the face of the most terrifying odds, the human spirit, fueled by courage, can achieve the truly impossible. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more real untold stories.